Hello viewers, welcome to a new Master video. This is just, a video on my previous smartphone, the one that I've used for the past 2 years, and that I've recorded 2 crappy videos with. But anyway, so I just put it back in the box and I just decided to, show a little about it, what the phone was, and yeah, it has served me well in the past 2 years before I got my Samsung Galaxy S for my sister, which I absolutely adore. It's an amazing phone. So the phone itself, here in this video, is the Sony Ericsson Xperia X8. It's a basic smartphone with a single core processor. It's just 600 MHz Snapdragon, if I believe, or was it just a regular 600 MHz Qualcomm processor, that's for sure. It had 128 megs of built-in RAM, and I added a 2 gig. Oh, actually, it was delivered by default with a 2 gig micro SD card. This is what it looks like. The screen is decent. On the front you just have 3 buttons, really straightforward. Just one for the menus, home button, back button. And on top you just have some indications. So this is just where your LED would be, or just whatever, your infrared sensor or whatever. It's just some display with LEDs, different colored LEDs and stuff. And I've already opened the case so I can show you the inside. Here is the plug for your headphone. This is the power button, screen lock button. Hold on. Ouch. Hurt my finger. And here's your regular USB power connector and just, your regular USB connector. On the side, whoops, excuse me, you have these buttons for volume up, volume down, and this is for taking pictures and stuff. Because on the back you have a camera and the Sony Ericsson Xperia logo. Sony Ericsson logo here. And here's the speaker, where it's located here somewhere as well. Alrighty, this is the inside of the phone. There's just your battery. It's a little dusty in here because I didn't clean it. Okay, so as you can see here, this is where your micro SD card is located. This is the SIM card. This phone will be in use by my mother in the near future. I just have to prepare this thing in a little while. So let me just take the battery out. Plastic housing. Here it is. It's a Sony Ericsson E15i. So to take the SD over the SIM card, I just pull it out and stuff. It's not difficult. It's also just in a little connector. There's not much to see here, just the battery connector on the bottom, and all the various information as types, FCC IDs, and whatnot, serial number, and the fact that you can't throw this away in the garbage, apparently. Surprising. Right, so let's pop the battery back in, put the cover back on. Yeah, the interesting thing is this cover is easy to put back on one-handed, but you can't take it out one-handed. But yeah, this thing is pretty much unscratched, and I've been using it for 2 years, so it's pretty good, I guess. And the screen is relatively unscratched too. Yeah, you could catch something of the TV there. So let's just turn the phone on. It'll take a while. This thing is running Android 2.1.1 Eclair. So it's a pretty old version, but the official first release of this phone came with Android 1.6. It received an update to 2.1 and then to 2.1.1, and then that's where they stopped supporting this thing. Which I don't understand. I have run like a hacked ROM on this of Gingerbread 2.3.6 and Froyo 2.2. whatever, and it worked fine. It really worked just fine. Alrighty. It says the battery's at 10%. Yeah, I just gave it a quick charge. I'm just gonna use the pin. There we go. So let's just wait for it. It's a little slow. Okay. So here we have our various apps and stuff. Let's go to settings. Wireless networking. Because this thing is all in Dutch because I'm Dutch, as you should know by now. Let's turn on Wi-Fi. By the way, if you paid close attention, you could see the red light flash on the top of the phone here. That indicates that the battery is low. Alright, I haven't actually entered the wireless network yet, but yeah, this is your, it's pretty straightforward. It's just your regular Android keyboard. I could just flip it over to this side and just get the bigger text, so it all goes pretty fluently, so it's fast enough to do this kind of stuff. Let me just put in my wireless password and connect. Yeah, something I totally love about this smartphone here, even though it's basic, it has a really good screen. It's very bright, it's very good, it's very readable. It's just that the overall performance of the phone itself is just not that great. But yeah, it does the job, so now we just go back to the home screen. And then we can start the browser app. It's pretty basic. I've reset the phone to the factory settings, so it's probably just going to take a while now. Select my operator. Certificate warnings. I don't care. I don't care. Probably just the date of the phone set to 2005 or something. Alrighty. Select all. Let's just go to Google. How original. Of course, you can also just flip the browser on its side and really adjust. Nothing too special there. Just pull up the menu here. Go to more. Here you can see, for instance, what I've downloaded. I haven't downloaded anything on this phone because it's still pretty clean. So, SD card here. It says 8.81 gigs available. And oh right, this thing has 155 megabytes. Well, I guess it has a little bit more RAM than I expected, but oh well, doesn't matter. Just go to About Phone. There you go. Firmware revision 2.1, update 1, so 2.1.1. A06. That's the latest it'll support natively. So we can also just open the camera app here, just for the heck of it. No geo labels. Camera through a camera, isn't that amazing? Whoa. Yeah, audio and sound and the video quality is pretty poor on this thing though. Of course, we also have an Office suite on here, video app, Facebook app. This thing actually came with a Facebook app, which is amazing because my Galaxy S sure didn't when I reset it to factory settings. Calculator, and the Android Market app. There's not the Google Play Store just yet. There is no update for that. Okay, I still have to fill in the Google account. Okay, that's fine. So there it is, just a couple pages of default apps installed. Calendar, notes. Added a note from my mom so she could remember my phone number. And the one of this phone here. So that's why. So just some games, Gold Rush here and Turbo Locked, Crazy Penguin. Those are all just apps that you can play for like 30 minutes and then you have to buy them. Just some trials. Email app, stopwatch, alarm clock, yada yada yada. And you can just slip this and it'll enable the alarm clock so it'll ring at 6 or 7 in this case. It's about 4 in the afternoon at the moment at the time of recording. So, and it supports Google Voice Search. Yay! So that's pretty much all I wanted to show you about this phone. So I'll just shut her down now and put it back on the charger. And it's off. It's that quick. So yeah, thank you for checking out my video on the Sony Xperia X8. Hope you somewhat enjoyed this video, and thank you all for watching. I'm just gonna put it back in the box now.